This is it, our final day in Vietnam. And today's journey takes us to Ninh Binh, a place rich in history and natural beauty. With a 90-kilometer head, we start our day early, skipping breakfast to stay on schedule. Our guide Dave was already waiting for us, ready to take us on a one last adventure. As we drive through the peaceful countryside, they share stories about Vietnam's morning life, how people start their day, the traditions they follow, and the beauty of their daily routine. After some time, he asked if we had breakfast. Since we didn't, he suggests a small cafe where we can grab something quick, reminding us not to eat too much because lunch will be heavy. We stop at a small cafe attached to an art shop, and the food does not disappoint. The coffee is rich, and the sandwich was incredible, fresh. One of the best I had. It was that natural. The place itself, it's beautiful, and while enjoying our food, we take in the local artwork on a display. Now back on the road, Dave starts telling us about our destination. He even shows us a clips from a Hollywood movie that was filmed here, which immediately gets me excited.
King Kong,
Oh, yeah.
the one which he made in 2015, Kong Skull movie. That movie was filmed in this area.
Wow.
Yeah, and yeah, we are going to take the boat trip for 2 hours to go around the complex. There's a system of river and limestone cast and cave. Okay, so it's pretty cold there on the boat.
After hours of traveling, we finally reach Ninh Binh, and the scenery is wonderful. The locals are busy preparing for their New Year celebration, and everything feels so energetic. They explain some of the traditions we witness, and we take in the colorful decoration, handmade artwork, and the festival things that they were preparing.
So this is the traditional Vietnamese cake for New Year. So you know New Year is coming. So for New Year, every family will make this cake, but with the bigger size. So for the family, we make this one to worship our ancestors.
Yeah.
Every family must have this cake for New Year. So this is the traditional cake for New Year and for our ancestors. We rub it with the leaf and we boil it more than 10 hours. Normally we boil it for 12 hours.
Like slow
To
cook.
make it slowly cook, to make it very very soft. So this is the traditional cake for New Year. So we are so excited for New Year is coming. So in Hanoi you see people still busy, but at the countryside the atmosphere of New Year already come. Like everybody now clean the house and buy the new clothes and decorate for the house with the lantern, with the peach blossom or kumquat tree, and you see that.
Thường là nước nóng. Nước giá lắm. Nước đá hổ uống đi.
We continue walking, exploring an underground passage where beautiful artwork is projected onto the wall. Climbing up the stairs today explains the significance of this place, making it even more fascinating.
In New Year, to the light of people queue here, this could be 2 hours. For New Year, everybody will come here.
Finally, we arrive at the boat riding area. Before getting on, Day gives us on some wise advice, which I truly appreciate.
This area, they're very nice. So, after serving rowing boat for you, so she could expect from you the family a tip. So the normal, reasonable tip for three of you, that's it, $150,000.
Yeah, okay. For this, or
No,
who it will be?
pardon?
Whom should I give?
Oh, the lady later, the
Here.
one who rowed the boat for
Row
you.
the boat. Oh, okay.
Có ba khách à?
This is the part where words fall short. We step into a small bamboo boat floating down a narrow river surrounded by towering green mountains. As we move through the calm waters, we enter a sequence of caves, each one more stunning than the last. The way the light filtering through all the how they decorated with it, the way the rock formations stand tall, it all feels like something straight out of a dream. The sound of the pedals dipping into the water, the echoes inside cave as we pass through, the cool breeze and a little cool in our in our body, the peaceful atmosphere. This place reminds me of how incredible God's creation is. And I feel like, sad about the people who came to see this creation but forgetting about the creator. Every corner of this world holds beauty beyond what we can imagine. If the world is this beautiful, just imagine how magnificent heaven must be.
Nó cũng vậy mà mình kéo một lần. Nó nói vậy về nó về nhà cũng chắc.
After the amazing boat ride, we returned to find our guide, Day, waiting for us. Nearby, I spot some beautiful fishes in the water. It brings back childhood memories. I used to have thousands of fishes at home. Seeing them here feels very special. Now it's time for lunch. Day explains today's menu.
Now we go for lunch, and we are going to have a lunch with the local food. So this area, there are many mountains, so this area very famous for goat meat.
Oh, okay.
So you want to have an authentic Vietnamese lunch today, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I will ask her, because you know you're a tourist, so sometimes the restaurant they cook it with their tourist flavor. But today I will ask them to cook it with the authentic flavor.
Okay.
Thank you.
So now the big hour now, a lot of tourists from Hanoi come here. They book for the group tour.
Yeah, got it.
The cake need to be boiled for 12 hours.
And after a 5-minute drive, we arrive at the restaurant. He told me to follow him, that he want to show me something very interesting before we start eating, which adds a nice little surprise to the experience.
The most popular alcohol we drink in Vietnam, the rice wine. It's made from rice, and about 35% or 40% of alcohol. Very strong. And we usually mix it with some root to create the flavor. So it have a herbal flavor or fruit flavor. Yeah.
Our food finally arrives, and it's unlike anything we tried before. With Day's help, we get an experience through Vietnam's flavors, and it's heavy but delicious. The funniest part, the way people looked at us, probably wondering how we were enjoying so much Vietnam's local food.
Traditional Vietnamese food. This one you need with this sauce.
With full of stomach, we head to our next stop, the Dinh Dynasty Temple. Personally, I love exploring historical places, and learning about these ancient stories is always fascinating to me. As we walk toward the temple, they share some deep history about the place. Let's listen from himself.
So we are young, we are a small country, but we are a very old country. The Vietnamese people, we have been living here for 4,000 years. And in 9th century and 10th century, this area we are standing here It used to be the capital of Vietnam. Now Hanoi is the capital of Vietnam, like Delhi. But 1,000 years ago, this location where we're standing here, it used to be the capital of Vietnam for about 60 years. So the name of this area is Hoa Lu, the ancient capital of Vietnam. So it's a big tourist attraction because tourists come to this area to visit Trang An, but also to come here to learn about the Vietnam history. As I talk, we are a small country but long history and very old culture. We are not Chinese, okay? Please don't mention it as Chinese. Civil War. So that time in this land there were so many different armies. They fought in one each other for power. And Dinh Linh, the boy over here in the first photo, he was born from this area. And when he was a kid, he's very good at fighting, but also he's very good at commanding. So he used to be the leader of his team. The kids at the countryside, they used to play fighting game on the back of the buffalo, and he used to use the flower as a flags in the fighting game. That's the reason you can see the buffalo over there. Yeah, because they want to remind people about the history of Vietnam. And the king, in the second photo, as you see, he led the people from this area. So together with his friends and together with the people from this area, he defeated other armies in Vietnam. So the second photo, as you see, different colors of people here represent different armies. So that time the king defeated 11 other armies, and he reunified the country from the Civil War, and he declared himself as the king of Vietnam. So the third photo over here, as you see, on the day he became the king of Vietnam. The last photo over here, and that's the third king of Vietnam in 1010. So the king became the first king of Vietnam, declared himself as the king of Vietnam in 1968. He passed away in 1979, and the second king later on took the power from 1979. But in 1010, the power was given to another dynasty. So Dinh, this elite title became the third king of Vietnam, and he ordered to move the capital from here to Hanoi. So in 1010, they moved to Hanoi, and this area became abandoned. Yeah, and Hanoi became the new capital of Vietnam. So now Hanoi is still the capital of Vietnam. Now Hanoi is 1014 years old.
We take our time exploring, capturing the architecture, the details, and the atmosphere. There's something special about standing in a place where history was made.
This was built from 17th century when they built this temple. So they built this at the bed for the king. So the temple was built in order dedicated to the first king, Dinh Tiên Hoàng. They built it like the castle of the king to order the spirit of the king to come to this temple. And this one is the dragon bed. Temple or the pagodas easily have a same architecture. It have three entrances to stop animals or stop stranger from coming, and they build the bar. So when people enter and when you get over the bar there, they have to bow their head down to show the respect to the god.
Yeah, but
So what about this flag?
Old traditional flag.
Old Vietnam flag.
Yeah, so long, but also Buddhism flag. So temple or pagoda, they usually hang this flag. And 5 colors of the flags represent 5 elements. So according to our culture, we believe everything even human being, we are created from 5 elements. So 5 colors of the flags represent 5 elements: fire, water, earth, metal, and, and tree. So totally 5 elements. In our culture, we believe the king is the son of the dragon, and the king is a dragon.
Yeah.
And the recent temple or pagoda are clothes of the king, the dress of the king. They designed with the dragon. It used to be the throne of the king. This this throne and the stone at the front of the temple, yeah, it will be from 17th century. Yeah, this is the throne. The first king, he have 3 sons. So this temple, the statue inside is a statue of the king and his 3 sons. So you can come to see. When you come, you have to take your sunglasses off and the hat off to show the respect. You have a high bar like this. So when visitors come, you have to bow the head. Bow the head down. Bro, there is another temple. So this is the temple of the first king, Dinh, and the second king, Lê Hoan. So he took the power from this king when he passed away. So in 979, Lê Hoan became the second king. It's very interesting that he got married with the queen, the wife of the first king. Yeah, so we have another temple over there. This temple of the second king, Lê Hoan. So both kings have a big respect, have a big service for our country. That's the reason there we have a huge respect to both of king. But you don't see the temple of the third king here. You see the photo over there, but the temple of the third king is in Hanoi, because he's the one who decided to move the capital from here to Hanoi. So the temple of the third king in Hanoi, yeah. And both the temple were built at the same time in 17th century. That's why it share similar architectures. Yeah, so it look exactly similar, but the different statue. So you can go there, visit for 10 minutes.
Spirit on the sedan chair. Mình có đi vào Huế thì cái mình không biết.
After wrapping up our historical temple visit, we start heading back. But I have one last thing to do: shopping. I told my tour guide and the team that I needed to buy a few things before leaving, and he brought us to a perfect place. Here what we got.
This is the center of the city over here. So now take a photo of the water public theater. Now you can have a 1 hour for free time for walking around here. So we have some famous brands like Levi's over there. Or if you want to go like Souvenirs or made in Vietnam clothes, so this street, but also the street at the back side there.
Okay.
Okay, so we have 1 hour.
1 hour.
So we have a dinner reservation for dinner at 7 o'clock. So we need to be here at 6:50.
So basically, we came to Vietnam without knowing the weather, and these 3 days we were the only one that were traveling in Hanoi and other places without a winter cloth. And it was the last day that we purchased some winter clothes. It always happened to me when I go through any places as a missionary. When I go to some places in India, especially in Delhi, or some other places, Himalaya. It happened to me like when I'm in this very hot time. I used to wear a jacket and everything, but when I go to some cold place like very winter time, I used to wear nothing. So it happened again in Vietnam. So I purchased some suitcase for my future mission travels. It was super cheap. Beautiful home decoration to take back as a memory, and that was for my uncle. Vietnam's coffee powder, a must have for my friends and for me. We also wanted to buy some clothes, but since we were short of time, they arranged for a quick shopping stop. I didn't do any video capturing on that because I was so busy on taking the clothes, managing to grab some nice winter clothes before heading to dinner. So after the purchasing, this time we were at a different restaurant, and unfortunately everything happened so fast that I couldn't capture much on video. But here's a picture, a memory of our farewell to our dear friend Day. After an amazing meal, we walked back to our car. The streets looked the same as the first day, but this time they felt different. It was our last night here. The next morning it was time to leave. After I check out, after meeting people, we met our driver. After an hour drive, we arrived at the airport. It was time to say goodbye to Vietnam and all the friends we met here. A country that gave us incredible memories, amazing people. They were so kind and so humble. Amazing food. People told me that the food will be horrible, eat only fruits, but I'm telling you, it was magnificent foods and amazing people over there. Unforgettable experience. I hope you guys enjoy this 3-part Vietnam series. If you're planning a trip to Vietnam, check out the details in the description or DM me on Instagram. And if you haven't watched episode 1 and 2, make sure you check them out now. Subscribe because the next video are going to be even more surprising. So guys, thank you for watching. God bless you all and see you in the next video.